Hey, my name is Reese. I'm a mindset and abundance coach and the founder of the Supply Method. And in this video, I want to talk to you about a really incredible technique to help you heal any emotions from a past obstacle or hurt that you've gone through. So I used to think that if I was experiencing a hurt, it was from the event that I could think about. So if you don't know me, you might not know my story, but when I was about 10 years old, my mom got into a really abusive relationship. And so for 6 years, my home life was just absolutely terrible. There was violence, there was verbal abuse, emotional abuse. It was just a really horrible place to live. And so after that, I was really hurt emotionally. I had zero self-esteem. I was so mean to myself. I was my own biggest bully. I'd wake up every single morning, and when I look at myself in the mirror, I'd just say to myself, I hate my clothes, I hate how I look, I didn't like myself. I worked in a string of jobs that I didn't like, from retail to restaurant jobs, and I never felt like I was worthy or I was good enough. For a long time, I thought that my hurt came from that place. When I was holding on to emotions inside, I thought that it came from that time in my life. But since then, now that I've learned about mindset work, about how the mind works, how the brain works, how our energy works, I now realize that when something happens in our life, whether it's a breakup, whether it's somebody who's mean to us, chances are, even though we can remember that event, the emotion that we're feeling from it actually stems from much earlier. And when I started to do mindset work and regression around the emotions that I was still holding on to from that time in my teenage years, the root cause of the emotions actually came from much earlier. They came from when I was a baby. They came from when I was in the womb. And some of them even came from past life and past generations. And so when I was learning all of this and uncovering all of this, I learned a really, really powerful tool that allows you to go into your subconscious mind and release the root cause of that emotion, which of course helps you forgive and let go and truly process the events that happened to you. I want to share a little bit with you about how that works. And of course, if you want to learn more about that, I teach this incredible technique in my coaching certification, the Supply Method. So let's talk about anger. Actually, anger is really interesting for me because I think because of what I went through in my teenage years, and I suppressed so many of my emotions, and I suppressed how I felt, and I suppressed what I really thought about it for such a long time. In my adult years, whenever people would talk about anger, I would always say, oh, no, I'm not an angry person. I actually highly rejected the emotion of being angry, and I didn't resonate with the feeling of anger. I was like, no, I never get angry. I'm not an angry person. Since then, since becoming a mindset coach, I realized, of course I had anger inside of me. Everybody has anger inside of me. But because of my need to avoid conflict, I suppressed the anger so deep inside of me that I didn't let myself access it. So this is what can also be called an away motivated value. Okay, so we all have values, like you might value family or money or success. There's also values around our emotions, and I was so away from anger that I didn't let myself face it. But when I finally realized, if I want to grow, if I want to become more successful, if I want to be able to, create the influence that I want and truly help the people that I want, I need to stop running away from my emotions. I need to stop suppressing things. And essentially, I need to feel into it. There's a great saying, you need to feel it to heal it. And I had to come face to face with that anger inside of me, and I had to truly feel it and face it to heal it. I realized how this technique works is essentially you get in touch with your unconscious timeline. And even though I don't remember what I ate for breakfast yesterday, you might not remember what you did last week, your subconscious mind remembers everything. Your subconscious mind remembers the color of the onesie that you were wearing at your first birthday party, okay? It remembers the color of the cake, it remembers the earrings your mom was wearing. It remembers everything, your subconscious mind. And so with this technique, you get in touch with your subconscious timeline. and you're able to travel on your subconscious timeline all the way back to the root cause of what created the emotion for you. So for me, it was anger. sadness. I felt a lot of unworthiness, fear of rejection, guilt, shame, embarrassment, unsatisfaction. The list goes on of the emotions that I've worked through. I'm constantly, every single week, I'm discovering new feelings, new things that I'm working on in order to help me get to my next level in life. And so when I went back to find the root cause, I realized that it was actually in past lifetimes. And I didn't consciously remember the thing that happened, but my subconscious did. And when I was able to go back and look at that event and process it and take the positive learnings that my subconscious mind was looking for, I was able to recognize that some things happen in life, but I don't have to hold on to them, right? That thing that happened to me in the past, but now who I am moving forward, that's entirely my choice. And I can become stronger because of it, right? I can actually take what I've learned and recognize that despite what happened to me, I am a valuable person. Despite what happened to me, I can create the life that I want. And I don't have to let that thing or that person who did something to me years ago, decades ago, hundreds of years ago, I don't have to let that affect me now. I am in control of my reality and I am in control of my life. And so what happens is you go all the way back on your subconscious timeline, you process that, you reframe it, you become stronger because of it, and your subconscious mind now gets that positive learning and that positive resource. And then you apply that learning to every single other event where you felt that negative emotion. So I applied that new learning that gave me strength, that new resource that gave me a new view on life to every single event that happened from then all the way back to now. And I was able to see how much more opportunity I had, how much more growth I could have had I looked at all of these situations in a new light. And it gave me a new opportunity to now look at every single time in the future with this new frame of mind. And I can tell you from my own experience, it makes me stronger. It makes it so anytime something comes up in my life now, rather than getting angry or thinking that it's about me or thinking that I'm not good enough because that's what's happened to me, instead, I'm able to look at it from a place of power, from a place with an objective view and really problem solve rather than make it about me. And that's why I love this tool so much. Another beautiful thing about the tool is that you don't have to relive the event in order to process it. So if something happened to you a long time ago that you don't want to relive, you don't want to go back there, you don't want to go into the emotion, you might be afraid to face it. The beautiful thing with this technique is that you don't need to relive it. You can see it from far away, or sometimes you might not even remember the event, but you have a kinesthetic feeling, an energetic feeling that you've now healed from it. I absolutely love this technique, and I wanted to just share this with you, this really important information that if you're holding on to a certain emotion, it might not be from the event that you think it is, but it's actually from something that happened a long time ago that's been stored on your subconscious timeline, and it empowers you because you don't have to relive that event. You can allow your subconscious mind to clear out the root of that emotion, which is going to allow you to feel empowered going forward. Okay, so if you love this, you love mindset tools, and you want to learn more about mindset, maybe you're interested in becoming a life coach, a mindset coach, or a manifestation coach, I have a free masterclass where I share with you my 5-step system to becoming a successful mindset coach. So you can watch it at yesapply.co/coach masterclass. I'll link it down for you below. If you like this video, if you have any questions for me, leave them in the comments below. Make sure to hit the subscribe button and the bell so that you get notified when I come out with new videos. And definitely watch all the rest of my playlist on mindset tools and techniques to help you create a life that you want to say yes to. So thanks so much for hanging out with me. I'm sending you so much love, and I'll see you in the next video. Mwah.